We're going live. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Sudhakar. On behalf of GDG Vizag, I would like to introduce three youngsters who had made an app called India Share. COVID has presented a wonderful opportunity to these three youngsters who have designed this app because the government had decided to ban the Share It app from China. These guys have designed an app called India Share, which allows you to transfer files to devices using Bluetooth. I have with me here Prashant Singer, who is currently pursuing BTech from Indian Institute of Information Technology at Pune. He wants to work and develop software that can change how people spend their time on internet. Along with him, we have Ritesh Singh, who is also a BTech student from Triple IT UNA, and he also wishes to work and change the software industry. And with them is BSS Madhav, currently studying BTech ECE fourth year at Geetam University in Vizag. He wants to study his MTech in the future and then instrumentation engineering and to work in code companies. Okay. What I will do now is I will let these guys, Prashant will do the presentation, but we will take questions. We'll take questions, and at the end of the session, we will have these questions be answered by any of the three developers here, any of the three people here. Okay, off to you, Prashant.
Thank you, Star sir. Okay, we developed India Share just a month ago, not even a month right now, and we have got very good response from all of the people that we shared with them. And we have been developing many new features and adding new features each day and each week actually. So till now we have been able to add features such as entertainment and news section to the app other than file sharing. So that is a big achievement because you do not just want a file sharing app lying there in your phone. And above that, it does not have any annoying advertisements or annoying notifications. So I'll start with the presentation. Okay, I'll tell you about what actually inspired us and why we actually built this app. I'll start with the problems that the current applications had, and why we decided to build all this. So these are the problems that actually needed to be solved. So the first one was a personal problem. Okay, so when I needed to share a file to another mobile phone, I had to install one application in my mobile phone and one application to the other phone. The same way, I had to install one other app for sharing files to my PC, and there was another another application to share files to my smart TV. I actually do not like casting media to my TV. So now there are three different apps to share files to three different devices. Now that's a big overhead for my simple mobile device. And then the next problem is that once you have installed these three apps in my mobile phone, I want the other person to install that install those apps as well. So if I'm in a hurry and want to share files to some other person, I need to install that app in two different devices. That's very time consuming. Keeping aside my personal problems, I knew that these problems are there, and I wanted to know if there could be a new solution that could solve all these problems. So I talked to other people around me and I asked about their issues, what they had while using these apps, and I got some responses. Then I thought to build something, and I took a survey of more than 3,000, in which more than 3,000 people participated. And one of the findings was that most of the people do not like to sign up to the application to an application, and many people want application want application that gives that adds some value. They do not want to share their personal data with any application. And file sharing application, yes, why would anyone want to share their personal information with file sharing applications, really? So there was one application which could solve, and which really did solve these problems all this while, But what happened then? Okay, ShareIt was that application. In 2016, when it was launched, it had all these features. It could share files to mobile phones. It could share files to PCs. And it had very good speed, and it did not have any bloatware. But then, in right now, just before it was banned in India, no, it showed multiple ads before all of that. It showed all those clickbait articles notification, and I don't know what else. It shared my data, all of that. And there was another application called Zender. I used it to share files to my PC. So, but by using Zender, there was one security issue. Okay, when I connected my phone to PC using Zender, then Zender used to give complete access to my mobile phone. Okay, so the person who is using the PC can view all the content that is on my mobile phone. That's a big data breach. So the market left by these two big applications is pretty huge. All of on estimating, there are more than 1.5 billion users which used both these applications, and a large part of that age group is the Indian youth of the age group 16 to 26. So you can imagine what large number of people actually have been using these apps, and how big of a market has been left void by when these apps went. The same is the case with other countries as well. I talk to my friends in other countries who actually use ShareIt. So ShareIt, they, I guess they use it because they cannot find any good alternative. There are some alternatives, but still they cannot match what ShareIt provides. So this is the problem that we wanted to do. So a solution that should uh, that should be coming up should be an application that could share file, obviously. Then it should add some value to the consumers, like it should give some quality content, just like ShareIt did. And the third and most important part, that it should not sell the user personal data, that unfortunately ShareIt is accused of doing. This is where India Share stands. India Share has all the features that are required, minus the spam that other applications provide, minus the advertisements, minus the annoying notifications that you get, minus the clickbait articles that you get, the notifications that you get to watch that. So India Share has been trying to balance these two things: features, while trying not to spam their users. Okay, so how did we really start building it, and what were we thinking? Honestly, it was not actually a lot. What actually I was thinking was to build something for my personal use, because what I realize is, when you build something keeping in mind your needs and how could it be beneficial to you and your friends or your family members, then it has very high chances that other people will also like it. So that's what I was thinking about. uh, I thought about creating something that could solve that problem, that there should not be three different apps for sharing files to other three different devices. There should be high speed. There should be no spam. So that's how I contacted Madhav. So Madhav is my school friend, and he has this penchant of finding these ideas which could be brilliant. So I contacted Madhav with this idea, and Madhav really liked and appreciated it. And yes, that's how we thought about building this. Then we needed someone to lead the tech team, and Ritesh was a perfect man for this. Ritesh is my classmate in Triple IT Una, and he is a brilliant software engineer, a brilliant app developer. And he also, that's how we met with other people like Preet and Akanksha, and they were added to our team. So that's how India Share was built. Now India Share has all these features. Now you could share files of course, to other mobile phones, to other PCs, to smart TVs, to any device which has a browser built in. You can now read news in Hindi and English with support to other news languages coming soon. And you can watch videos in the entertainment section, and we are also planning to add memes to it. And to for the Indian users, since the market is left very big for Indian users, we are planning to add multiple language support. Hindi, English, and Telugu are already in the market in the Play Store. But other languages such as Gujarati, Urdu, Tamil, Marathi, Malayalam, they are all coming soon. So the highlights of the app are that you can share your files to any browser, any device with a browser built in. I've tried it. Yes, you can trust on that. The issue that we had with Zender, that when I gave access when I gave access to Zender to share files to my PC, Zender used to give every full access to my mobile phone. That does not happen now. So what happens now is you decide from the mobile phone what you actually want to share to the PC. Now the PC you can only access that part, only those files which are shared with you, nothing else, nothing less. And now you do not require sign up to do anything. No sign up, no data breach, no personal information gain. We also added the entertainment section to watch quality content directly on the app. There are no low quality stuff. Each content is handpicked by a editor uh, to ensure that the content is of good quality. Even the news section, which we have, gets content from different different news creators, and then presents it in the application. And of course, we are not going to spam you anywhere. No annoying notifications are going to be there, and there's going to be no clutter. Simple. We have three different tabs for three different applications. It is going to be as easy as anything. Talking about the security. Now, security is something that every user wants in his application, be it a simple file sharing application, be it any social media application, be it anything, a browser, a mobile, a video player. But nowadays, all these applications, they collect user information and they sell it to third-party applications. Now, India Share does not do that at any point of time. We do not need an internet connection to share files. So there is no way we could take away your information. The second thing, the videos, the memes, they require internet connection just to fetch content from the servers. There is there is no data that is sent from a mobile phone from a mobile phone to any remote server. So, and also every file that is shared and every data, okay, the data that we collect, for example, we only take information from the user, information as in, okay, so our file sharing feature has that one thing, that you can add one mobile phone as a secure device, as a connected device, which you call kind of like in a house you can save two devices. uh, you can save two devices so that there's no additional steps involved. So in that case, we want you to name your device something. We want that unique identification number of your mobile phone, so that we can identify that the device that is saying that his name is your mother's mobile phone's name is the same application, is the same device that you saved on your device. Okay, so that's why we take this permission, and that data is also stored only locally. There is no data being sent to remote servers. Till now, we do not show any advertisements, and we do not show any annoying notification. Of course, the news articles, they do not have any clickbait articles unless the news portal explicitly does that. but we constantly check that this is not the case. Even for the entertainment section, the videos, the memes that we have, these are all quality checked. Coming to the user interface and the user experience, the first and foremost thing that we have is the thing that we have is uncluttered UI. Okay, so you have that application. You have three different tabs: one for file sharing, one for entertainment, one for news. Three different tabs for the tasks that you have to do. Just go to that tab and continue doing your task. Now, increasing and enhancing user experience, we have only a single tab which is required to start watching videos. Just open the app, click, do a single tap, your videos have started. Then we have simple news UI. There's nothing additional. Simple news in your language that you select. Nothing else. You just click on any article, read the details, comment on it. There's nothing else. Share it with your friends. Nothing else. You do not want a like feature, upvote feature, download feature for news articles, right? At least, I guess. Don't know. And then we have complete ease of use. If you have tried sharing files with India Share, you will completely know why we call it a streamlined file sharing process, or easy to use. It has a complete streamlined file sharing process. You just decide which file you want to share, then takes you to the next step. Decide which device you want to share it to, takes it to the next step. Which file sharing method do you want to use? Do you want to use a hotspot method? Do you want to scan the QR code? Do you want to share it via browser? Everything is streamlined. You decide what you want to do. So our goals in the future, these are usability. The app should always be usable by different users. By usability, I want to specify that what we actually aim for is that you do not want to add unnecessary details, unnecessary features that users will have problems in using. It should be completely easy to use. My uh, my relatives, they one of my relative, he is not very tech savvy. So um, and he wanted and while teaching him using many different applications, they're very difficult to use. You do not want an application that a lot of people cannot use. You do not If you want a digital India, only the youth is not a part of the digital India. You want everyone to be a part of that. You want every person in every age group to be able to use the digital means to do all their work. That is our aim, that the young, the old, and everyone should be able to use our application, should be able to use the digital means. Then the features, we want to keep adding different features to the application, but those features will be decided what the users actually want. We are not going to show up features to our users which they did not ever want. So our use okay so our process of adding features is quite simple. First, we discuss amongst ourselves, the developers. We discuss about what features could be added. If we have something in mind, we discuss it with our close friend group, our close family circle, and all of that. We get advice on how they want to use it. Then we have other friends, and we usually do a survey among people. So that's how we agree upon one thing, on which feature should be added and how should it work. How should it work is very important, because you may add one feature but it may not work how people actually want to use it. Okay, so for example, I can add WhatsApp, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. They all have the feature, the stories feature. You could post pictures or videos, and for 24 hours, and they display after 24 hours. Okay, yes, this is a pretty good feature. A lot of people, almost everyone uses that feature, and Of course, we can add this to our application, but is it of any use in our application? No, because we do not have any sign up. Why would anyone actually want to view all of that? Why would anyone want to share his any? I mean, it's completely nonsense for a file sharing application to have a story viewing feature. So that's how we want to proceed in future as well. Then expansion is not in a mind as in the case getting to 1 million people in 1 year or something like that, but we want to expand slowly, keeping in mind our users needs, fulfilling them, and keeping a cost low. Talking about costs, India share has amongst the lowest cost which is needed uh, to run such an application. We have built completely our own methods, our own APIs, our own file streaming systems, which make sure that we do not rely on others to give us that content. Everything that we show, everything that we share is India shares own. India shares own. The APIs, the news APIs, the videos APIs, the video sharing software, the video sharing methods, they're all proprietary. This is the team. Of course, Ritesh is here, Madhav is here, Preet and Kanksha, they're not here. They've both been very helpful in all building all this. Akanksha, especially, she joined very late and she worked very hard to add all those features that we just talked about. And Ritesh, of course, the tech team lead, and Madhav. Thank you. I'll uh, give it over to back to Sudhakaran sir, or maybe Madhav can add on to this.
Yes. Yeah, am I audible?
Yes, Madhav.
Okay. So, well, Prashant has explained it beautifully. There is no problem in it. Well, am I audible? Okay. So, basically, like Prashant has explained each and everything very well, but I want to like add two or three things in between. Well, you have seen that whenever an app asks permission, or if there is any app that asks phone permission or camera permission, they may not explain why they are asking that permission or what is the motive behind that permission. It may be anything. Don't want to comment on that, but their motive is there. So we have uh, we have asked some permission, 4 to 5 permissions, I guess, and we have clearly mentioned in the app info and why we are asking for that permission and what is the motive behind that permission, so that people don't get afraid, or people don't get anything think that we are collecting any information from the users or we are selling them to anything. We want to make clear that we have mentioned each and every why we are asking those permissions and why we are uh, asking those, and it will be useful for you as well as for us, so that there is a definite understanding between the users and the developers that what are the users are exactly expecting from our side. And I want to mention a little bit about the entertainment section, where we have, like, when initially we thought what type of videos should be kept. It should be like, should I say, TikTok videos or anything like which makes people laugh, or any videos which are content driven videos. We were a little bit confused initially, so we thought, why not ask people who will be using it. So we started taking Google Forms, which we, in our friend circle, in our family circle initially, which were, well, it was the initial period, so it was not as that much popular. So what we did is we created a Google Form and we sent it to our family circle, friend circle, their family circle, etc. So, well, we were a little bit disappointed initially, because even now, when the TikTok videos and all the Chinese apps which were like maybe collecting information, so they were people were still interested in those TikTok videos, and all the videos which were not as much. I mean, they are interesting to watch. I can say that, but it will not fetch you anything. So we were initially disappointed, but we thought, okay, so people want it. Let's initially we installed, like, we put the TikTok videos or like that. Then some of them told that if you are developing and make in India app, made in India initiative, which was initially launched by our Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji. So so we thought, why not do anything different? if we want to set apart from the rest and we want to do it anything better than other file sharing apps. There are many file sharing apps. Well, we are here to explain you why we are different from the other file sharing apps. So we thought why we should put content driven videos and which will be beneficial for you. Well, I want to mention one of TED Talk videos which are very beneficial, and there are many content driven videos on the internet, but we handpick ourselves and put it for you, and we try to update it in each time, like 2 to 3 days, in span of 2 to 3 days. We try to update it as well. And like in news section, well, obviously we have in news section we have put it in English news and Hindi news, and we are trying to gather more and more crowd, and we try to we will try to put more and more, we will want to support more and more languages. And like, yes, initially it is like right now it is available in English, Hindi, and Telugu, and with we will be updating more and more languages. And well, I will recommend you to try that app, try our app, and see how it works. Well, you can download it from Play Store, which is it is completely free, and in coming days it will be available in Apple Play Store as well. You don't know, it will be coming soon. And currently we are looking for sponsors, and as far as sponsors are concerned, as if we get sponsors as soon as we can get, we don't want to see sponsors in. We are supporting for sponsors because we don't want to infer more and more ads in the app. Well, you can, if you are using any apps which contains more ads, because uh, they uh, they want to get more money out of it. So we don't want to we don't want to involve more and more ads, so that people don't like it or they feel uncomfortable while using our app. So we are looking for that. And if anyone is interested, if anyone is watching, or if anyone of your relatives or friends is interested, can mail us at indiashare@pm.me, and they can we will be sorted out again. And yes, if if you want to ask anything, you can comment in the comment section.
Of course, Madhav,
Yeah.
yes, the feedback is very important for us. We want you to use the application and give us the feedback, so we could be improving on that as well. Back to you, Sudhakan sir. Okay, I guess Sudhakan sir is not here, and I guess we could just. Okay, I got a question in the comments that will you be making the UI more attractive? So yes, I don't exactly know. We actually want to know what attractive actually means, because attractive may mean for some people that it should have a lot more content on the screen, and for some other people it may mean that uh, it should be completely simple, just a few buttons that tell you what to do exactly. So we want to keep it simple, and we want to keep it simple and clean, so that people could actually use it. The youth, the older generation, everybody could use it. Okay, the news feed does not have comment option, as asked in the comment section. We It was just a slip of tongue actually. Uh, So the news feed, it does not. It is completely simple. You just if I could share my screen, I would have done that. Uh, the newsfeed does not have any comment feature. You just can read the news and see complete details.
Hello, guys. Now, can we take some questions?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, there are not many questions actually. Let's see. This is Ankuti Puja. The news feature has comment option. What is the need for that?
Yes, I was just talking about that. That no, we do not have a comment option for news feeds. It just takes you to the you just see the headline and a short description of the news in the application. And in case you want to read the complete description, you just follow that news article in the application.
Okay. And she also asks if she can edit the device name.
Yes, of course, the device name can be edited to whatever you want, whatever you
Yes,
want your
yes.
identity to be. Yes,
Okay.
Siddesh.
Okay.
By just going into setting and for now, and if we are making that more simpler,
Now, what is the app available for both Android and iOS?
No, the application is only available for Android devices as of now, but we are going to add support for iOS devices soon.
Okay. And is it built on native platform or hybrid?
It's currently for built for native platforms. Not,
In what?
it's currently built only for native platforms. Does not support hybrid ones.
Okay. All right. Can I, one more question. Can I share my own video and content on the app?
No, actually, since we want to maintain quality content on what we are sharing, what we are showing, and to reduce our costs, we are just allowing only specific channels on YouTube, only specific personalities to be able to share their content with us. So only that content is currently available on the application. So, make sure our quality, the quality of the content is good, as well as we keep our costs low.
Any more questions, anyone? If not, I think you guys are done with the presentation, right?
Yes, completely.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir. I want to add one more point here.
Please.
When I was contacting newspaper and newspaper sections, and like our about the app was published in eNadu and other newspaper sections. So when people contacted me, some of them asked some few questions. If anyone is not asking, I will mention those. Well, one of the questions that people asked me, if you have applied patent to this. Well, I want to make it clear that sharing app or files anything is not a new technology which is developed by us only. It was before, but we want to include new and new techniques, new and new ideas, and to be set away, to be apart from other groups. We are developing new and new ideas in that. So it is not a thing related to patent or something. Yeah.
True. Patent, yeah, patent. First of all, innovations and ideas, there's a fine line of difference there. There are certain things you can patent, there are certain things you cannot patent.
Yes.
So, software is one of those things that you cannot really patent. You can patent and methodology or some kind of logic and all that, but the functionality you cannot patent.
Yes.
Anybody can make file sharing apps, any number of apps. Okay? But the way you transfer the file from one device to another device, the algorithms you use to reduce the transfer of the file size and all that you can patent, but
Yes.
not the functionality itself. Yeah. Then somebody, Madhav Reddy, yeah, beautiful question. How secure is the customer data? Who downloaded your?
Okay,
Yeah.
I mentioned that in the security the security part of the presentation. So when a person downloads our application, we do not send any data to remote servers, and we do not actually collect any data. The only data that we take from the user is the device ID, and that is stored locally. So there is no content that we take from the user, and only one, that device ID, that is stored locally. So there's no actual possibility of a data breach or security breach. Okay, maybe Ritesh could explain the Lakshman Rekha feature. Okay, I could do that. Lakshman Rekha feature is kind of like okay, you must have tried the smart lock feature of Google, of Android. It allows you to unlock your device in case it is in a simple in simpler terms, in case the device is in familiar environment, like it can be in your home, so the device will be kept unlocked, or maybe you are in your it is in your pocket, so it could be unlocked. In the same way, the Lakshman Rekha features allows you to define an area where it allows you to accept any incoming device that wants to share file with you. So otherwise, in case the Lakshman Rekha is not enabled, so you'll have to accept data transfer each time the other device wants to share files too. So it reduces the steps to be taken each time to share files in case you are in a familiar environment, in a secure environment. That's it. Sudhakar sir, I guess you are on mute.
Yeah. How many downloads you had on this app so far?
So far, we have a few more than 4,000 downloads on the Play Store.
Great. Great. Okay. There's one more question. Please, guidance manual for the first time users on how to use the app for not so tech savvy people.
Okay, I guess we have actually tried to keep the file sharing feature as simple and as streamlined as possible. But even now, we get a few requests to make it simpler or make a user manual or something. Yes, we have actually worked on that, and we are just adding the finishing touches, and we are going to add it in the application in the next update, and even it will be added to the Play Store description as well. So that is completely going to be done.
Great. In terms of performance, how do you compare it with other file sharing apps?
In terms of performance,
And if a person is not able to understand how to transfer the data, then there is a section called help during the file transfer.
Okay.
yes, Ritesh, thank you.
I was just saying
Yes,
that if a
in
person
terms
is
of-
not able to understand that how to send data or how to transfer data, I guess there is a network lag.
Thank you, Ritesh. There was this question about performance. So, file sharing over wireless networks, it is almost everything is the same. The protocol is the same. So there's no actual difference in the performance, that how different applications actually use it. But it can have significant difference in how the app implements that protocol. So there's that one feature that I would like to mention here, that you can pause files while sharing. So in case there is a big file and you need to go for a while, you can just pause that file sharing, and after you return, you can resume it from where you actually want it to. And also, in case there is any interruption in between, the file sharing will be paused, and it will be kept until the connection is regained, and it will be retried once more. You can do that any number of times until you are satisfied with the file sharing part.
Okay. Any more questions, guys? I think I'll take one more question. If nobody answers the question in the next 30 seconds, we will end the broadcast. You guys have done an excellent job while studying, which is highly appreciated. Reach out to other people to see how they can help you fine tune your application. I think your application's got too many things besides file sharing. You've got news, entertainment, etc., and you're looking at adding more features to it. So I would rather advise you, don't dilute the basic functionality of the application. If you started it as replacement for share it, and keep it as share it, India share, and try and reduce the other things around it. And also, at some point of time, you should also look at your business model. How do you try to earn money out of this? Through advertisements or whatever it is, you should also plan for that. And because at the end of the day, it all comes to money, right? How much, what is your company, or whether you start a company, how you're going to earn money on this. So you think about that business model also. I think you can reach out to GDG Vizag through me or through Madhav, and we will definitely help you in terms of how we can guide you further on your future course of actions, etc. All right. So I think there are no more questions here. So we will say thank you to all the audience, and thank you Prashant, Madhav, and Ritesh for joining this session on StreamYard, YouTube, etc. And I think all the people who have patiently listened to you, thanks to all of you. We hope we will give more such sessions in the future. Maybe you guys will give you another opportunity, maybe down the lane, once you are much more stronger in developing this app and take it to the next level. All right. Thank you. Thank you for being here.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, everyone. Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.